Good morning, students. You have studied the different systems of your body. For example, respiratory system, digestive system, integumentary system, circulatory system, endocrine system, nervous system, etc. Today, we will study about the reproductive system, which is essential for the continuance of life on earth. First, let us know what reproduction is. It is a process of producing new individuals of the same kind. There are two modes of reproduction in animals. They are asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, only one parent is involved and there is no formation or fusion of the male and the female cells or gametes. Sexual reproduction. In this mode, two parents are involved and there is formation and fusion of the male and female gametes, that is sperm and egg, to form the zygote. Reproduction in humans. The organs of the reproductive system are divided into the primary and accessory parts. The primary reproductive parts include the gonads, that is testes in males, and ovaries in females, which produce the sex cells or the gametes, the sperms and eggs. The accessory reproductive parts includes all those structures, ducts and glands which help in the transfer and meeting of the two kinds of sex cells, leading to fertilization and in the growth and development of the egg up to the birth of the baby. First, we'll discuss about the male reproductive system. The male reproductive system consists of a pair of testes, sperm duct, which is called vas deferens, accessory glands, seminal vesicles, prostate and bulbourethral gland, penis and the urethra. Children, you can see the male reproductive system. The male reproductive system consists of a testis, that is a pair of testes, and the testes are present inside the scrotum or the scrotal sacs. This is the testis, this is the scrotum. Then this is your sperm duct, this is the seminal vesicle, prostate gland, bulbourethral gland, urethra and the penis. Now the testes, they lie outside the abdominal cavity in a sac which is called the scrotum. In the embryonic stage, the testes are contained within the abdomen. They descend into the scrotum shortly before birth. An abnormal condition results when they do not descend and it leads to sterility, that is incapability to produce sperms. A slightly higher temperature inside the body does not permit maturation of sperms. Now children, why are the testes located below the abdomen? This is because sperms are produced in the testes at a temperature 2 to 3 degrees Celsius lower than that of the body. This temperature is suitable for the formation and maturation of sperms. Now when you look at the internal structure of a testis, each testis is encased in a dense fibrous coat which is called tunica albuginea, and each testis is internally partitioned into a number of lobules, about 15 to 20 segments or lobules, and each lobule contains the seminiferous tubules, and between the seminiferous tubules, filling in between them, are the interstitial cells, and these interstitial cells, they are packing tissue. They are also called Leydig cells, and they secrete the hormone which is a male hormone, that is testosterone. The sperm producing cells or the seminiferous tubules, they keep multiplying and they produce sperms. The mature sperms pass into a small network of tubules. From the network arise about 12 to 14 ducts, which are called efferent ducts, which join a small tubular knot. This is a small tubular knot, okay, which is called the epididymis. They fit like a cap on the upper pole of the testis. The epididymis is continued by the side of the testis up to its back. You can see up to its back, from where a distinct sperm duct arises. This epididymis, it stores the sperms for some days, during which they are mature and they become motile. That is, they are capable of moving. The sperm duct from each testis travels upwards into the abdomen, passing through an inguinal canal. The inguinal canal originally is the one which allows the descent of testes along with their ducts, blood vessels and nerves. The two sperm ducts loop over the urethra. They loop over the ureters of the side, come together and join the median duct of the urethra at the back of the urinary bladder. Now we'll discuss about the male accessory glands. First, seminal vesicles. They are a pair of lobulated glands located between the posterior surface of the urinary bladder and the rectum. This is the urinary bladder and this is your rectum. Okay, this is the rectum, this is the urinary bladder. The function of the seminal vesicles are, they serve as a medium for the transportation of the sperms. That is, the secretion serves as a medium for the transportation of the sperms. Next comes the prostate gland. The prostate gland is a bilobe structure which surrounds the urethra, close to its origin from the bladder. It pours an alkaline secretion into the semen as it passes through the urethra, and this neutralizes the acid in the female's vagina. The next accessory gland is bulbourethral gland. It is also called Cooper's gland. These are two small ovoid glands which run into the urethra just before it enters the penis. Now, the penis lies in front of the scrotum. It is cylindrical in shape, serves for the passing out of both semen and urine. It is a highly vascular organ having erectile tissues and vascular spaces. Now, what is semen, children? Semen is the mixture of sperms and secretions from seminal vesicles, prostate, Cooper's and urethral glands. It is a milky fluid. Now we come to the female reproductive system. The female reproductive system consists of a pair of ovaries, a pair of oviducts, which are also called fallopian tubes, uterus, vagina and vulva. Children, you can see the female reproductive system. These two are the ovaries. There are a pair of ovaries, a pair of fallopian tubes or a pair of oviducts, you call them. Oviduct or fallopian tube is the same. And this is the uterus, cervix, vagina and the vulva. Now we'll discuss about each in detail. The two ovaries are small ovoid bodies, and the peripheral parts, they produce the ova or the eggs. Normally, only one egg matures in each ovary every alternate month. If this month an egg matures over here in this ovary, in the next month it will mature in the other ovary. A maturing egg is contained in a cellular sac which is called the follicle. As the egg grows larger, the follicle also enlarges and it gets filled with a fluid, and it's now called the Graafian follicle. When ripe, the follicle bulges over the surface of the ovary and ovulation occurs. Now, what is ovulation? Ovulation is the rupture of the follicle releasing the egg. The released egg is picked up by the fimbriae or cilia. of the oviducal funnel or the oviduct. The remnant of the follicle persists for some time to get converted into a yellow mass which is called corpus luteum. Now this corpus luteum secretes two hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen helps in the production of secondary sexual characteristics and progesterone helps in thickening of the lining of the uterus. The next part is the oviduct. Now this oviduct is the part which conveys egg from the ovary to the uterus, and oviduct is a part where fertilization of the ovum occurs. Okay, the next part is the uterus. It's a hollow pear-shaped structure. And it is situated in the pelvic cavity between the urinary bladder and the rectum. It has two regions, an upper broader region and a lower narrower region. And the lower constricted part of the uterus is called the cervix or the neck. And the uterus is the place where implantation of the embryo occurs. The next part is the vagina. It's a muscular tube starting from the lower end of the uterus up to the outside. The function of the vagina is it receives the male penis during copulation. It allows menstrual flow and serves as a birth canal during parturition. That means the passage of the baby during childbirth. The vulva is the external female genitalia. It contains independent openings of the urethra and the vagina. The sides of the vulva have two fleshy folds, the labia minora and the labia majora. Now, the role of hormones in reproduction. There are various hormones which are secreted in males and females. In females, the hormones, as I told you, were estrogen and progesterone, and in males, it is testosterone. Estrogen in females are responsible for bringing about bodily changes such as growth of mammary glands, widening of hips, growth of hair in the pubic region and armpits, and an increase in the size of the uterus and vagina. Progesterone prepares the uterus for receiving the embryo. Testosterone in males results in the development of secondary sexual characteristics like deepening of the voice, growth of testis and penis, growth of hair on chest, in the pubic region, armpits, chin and upper lip. Now what is puberty? Puberty is the period during which immature reproductive system of boys and girls mature and becomes capable of reproducing. So children, let's summarize whatever we've learnt. The male reproductive system consists of the testis, sperm duct, accessory glands like seminal vesicles, prostate gland and bulbourethral glands, the penis and the urethra. The female reproductive system consists of a pair of ovaries, a pair of oviducts, uterus, vagina and vulva. So this is all for today. Thank you children.